Well, hello, Yellow Army, and thank you for joining us again for another interview here on official TUFC TV. This evening, I'm delighted to be joined by United Assistant Manager Aaron Downs. Good day, Aaron.
G'day, yeah, very apt. Yeah, I'm good. Thanks for having me.
I had to get that in, even though it is very much the evening that we're talking. But obviously, it's been a momentous season here at Plainmoor. We are getting to the latter stages, of course, now, but you must be delighted with how the season has gone as a whole.
Yeah, absolutely. Like you said, it's coming to the sort of the business end of the season, as they say. But no, it's gone well so far. Very happy with the sort of the improvement that we've had from last year into this year, and we felt last year went well also from coming from the south up into the National League, and I think a lot of players sort of got a good experience last year to take into this season, and we've hit the ground running. We had quite a settled squad, and we added to it some experience at this level, and also some pace and power. So it's been a good season so far. Yeah.
I noticed that you're using that term so far because I appreciate there is obviously still work to be done, and obviously a very big game coming up at the weekend, which we'll talk about in a moment. Just looking back to last Saturday, though, the 0-0 draw against Bromley, obviously, it would have been great to have taken all 3 points, but one of the many positives of this season has been the improvement of the defensive side, and there was another clean sheet against Bromley. What's changed so much this season?
I think it's a combination with a couple of things. I think a lot of us to do with the lads are another sort of year older. So, for instance, Kyle, Joe, for instance, who were with us last year, Ben Winter as well, that were with us last year. They've had the experience last year. They've gotten used to sort of each other a little bit. So they've took the learning experience that they had last year into this year and improved. They've worked at the game and improved. Sam Sherring's, come in and done fantastic, and has been nearly an ever present this season as far as defenders. And obviously Moxie and Gary Warren coming in. We had Gaz for a little bit last year, but their experience has helped us as well. So everyone's played their part in working at the game, but also I think there's a couple of things to that the manager's got a certain way that he wants to play, and that involves defence and attack and the transition. So those sort of principles I think the lads have bought into, and they've took on themselves as sort of principles of their own as such as well. So they're, as far as terms like mothering the goal and things like that, that's sort of an attitude that they need to have, which has been one of the biggest things. They've really got great attitudes out on the pitch. I think both goalkeepers have done fantastic. They've been, superb they're first on the training ground, last to leave every day, the goalkeepers, as well as Phil, the goalkeeper coach, and Phil's done fantastic in improving both of them tremendously, and even the keepers in the background, like Andy and James Hammond and Martin, who joined us for a month as well. So they've all improved since they've been here, and that's credit to Phil and to themselves. So it's a combination, but one thing that must be said is that cliche, but it's a cliche for a reason, is that we defend as a team. And I think it's a mentality. We do like to keep clean sheets, more so as defenders and goalkeepers. Absolutely, we count them, whereas I don't think the strikers know how many we've got. But we have to defend from the front, and the midfielders have to do their job in tracking back, and the wide players tracking full-backs. And so everyone's in on that. So when we do defensive sessions, there's times we split off and we do different unit work, but a lot of the time we do our defensive work as a group as well. And that is it's a mentality of what is needed as a unit going forward, but also as a unit coming back. So I think the experience from last year, the group sort of staying together, and that sort of cohesion and the blend of youth with experience has really helped us this year. And and a lot of it's down to the boys just performing. You know, you give them detail, but it's only the detail that myself, the gaffer, Phil can give them. They have to go out and execute it and perform it. So credit has to go to them, I'm afraid.
Well, I think you do some of the credit, especially when you think of what an excellent player you were as a player here at Plainmoor. But that team effort you're talking about, Aaron, it's evident all over the field, because obviously everybody's been chipping in with goals up front as well, and it's clear in the defensive side of the game that everyone takes a lot of pride in keeping those clean sheets as well. One of the really inspiring things, though, is that everyone's mentioned that there's been like different players out with injuries at different points of the season, but whatever defence has been out there, there seems to be this constant same message, because whoever's lined up there, it seems to be very, very consistent still.
Yeah, again, it comes with the messages that the manager, myself, are putting over to the players. Is that, you know, it doesn't matter who's in the team, whether it's you know, a back three, a back five, a back four. You know, it's all about the messages that are drilled, and that's in training, that's in meetings, that's in analysis, pre and post game. The messages remain the same as such, so that continuity can be there. Obviously, different players have different attributes that they have to perform too, but ultimately the team sort of principles and the team sort of messages have remained the same. So we feel confident, whether it's different mixtures of players, we feel confident that they'll know their roles when they're out on the pitch. And again, a lot of that has to go down to the players, and credit to them, because they do take on the messages, they do perform it out there, and they're working out their game and improving. And that's been, like you say, that's been evident in the performances that players are putting in. And competition for places is important as well, and we've had that, you know. And whether we've had an injury, someone's come in and they've, as you've just said, that they've come in and performed just as well. So and that's kept us on track so far. So I think that's, you know, that's been one of the key things, is that all the players are pulling in the same direction, and there's a real togetherness within the whole squad. But you know, with the competition places, like I say, with the goalkeepers as well, that's been really evident that it's a good team unity, team spirit, and they're all believing in the sort of direction and the messages that the manager is putting over to them.
And of course, without wanting to put words in your mouth, Aaron, and it does seem like a long time ago, but this time last year we were talking about it when everybody was in lockdown. We weren't really sure when the season was going to get started again and all of that. But a lot of this success does stem back to all the hard work that was going in during lockdown, and all the conversations that you and all the staff were having with the players, and talk about fitness and that. And this probably goes hand in hand with that, doesn't it?
I think so, yeah. But a lot of credit's got to go to the club, the board, George and Mel, and obviously the owner, Clark, in retaining a lot of the players, because it would have been very simple for them to just go, I'm sorry, see you later, and we'll start fresh whenever. But they were very you know, happy to back the manager and the players in keeping us all together, and keeping that continuity, which allowed us to do that. And we wouldn't have been able to have the success if it wasn't for them. Not that we've got success just yet, but yeah, hopefully there is to be success, and that will be a lot of it's down to that backing that we've been given, and then, like you say, then we were able to then do our job in speaking to the players and keeping that group together, and then reinforcing the messages to the players throughout lockdown in our Zoom calls and the individual meetings that we had to help the players develop their own game, and you know, tell them where they're doing well, but also what can they be working on while we've got this free time, because we did have a lot of spare time that you wouldn't usually have. So we tried to use it as productive as possible. I'm not saying it's all down to that, but you know, you try and do. You can only sort of look at it in hindsight, and you know, we felt it was the right thing to do at the time, and we're yet to see whether that will ring true yet or not. But we felt we're doing the right thing at the time, and we feel that a lot of players have improved this year, whether that's down to us or themselves or a combination of things. You know, you're not sure, but like I say, we were very lucky that the club was able to back us and allow us do that. So a lot of credit's got to go there as well.
Now 3 games to go, and then a real biggie this coming Sunday, of course, which it has been moved back to Sunday, just a reminder for that Yellow Army. When we go Stockport away, of course, they're all big games at this time of the season, Aaron, but in terms of it, certainly won't need much focusing on. You won't need to tell the lads this is a big game. Everyone's very much aware of it, aren't you?
Yeah, again, you don't want to talk about too many cliches, like it's just another game, and just concentrate on the one game. But obviously, like you say, it is a big game, and it's one that we are relishing. We're looking forward to going there. We feel confident, we feel fit, we feel healthy, we feel ready for the challenge, and it's something that when you start the season, you know that if you're going to be successful, you're going to come up and have these games. These games are going to come up against you, and you want them. That's why you start the season. If you didn't want these games and you didn't want these challenges and these sort of challenges, then you'd be happy with mid-table, which we aren't. And the manager's mentality is to go for success. It's not going to be given to you on a plate, silver platter handed to you. You're going to have to go through some challenges, and the ones that rise to the challenge when the pressure's on and deal with it are going to be the ones that are worthy victors and winners. So we feel that we've got that in our team. Now, whether we get the win or not is another story. But we feel confident going into it that we're going to be prepared. The players will be looking forward to it and ready for it. So we can all we can do is go there, give it our best shot, and see where we end up. Sunday sort of lunchtime, dinner time, and hopefully that we're on the right end of a right result, and that we're still in the running for the top spot.
Now, as you've mentioned, Aaron, that there's plenty of players in that God's dressing room that have tasted success for, even at this level. But of course, if anybody is after a bit of guidance, they need look no further than yourself, because of course it wasn't too long ago that you were doing this with Cheltenham under the gaffer, wasn't it? So that must help a bit that you can recall, these types of games in that season when you went up with Cheltenham.
Yes, yeah, we were. It was a great season that was, and it was lovely to be a part of. But like you say, as far as experiences go, especially at this level, but at higher levels as well, the manager's got that in abundance, and it's something that is infectious. When you have that success, you want more, and the manager certainly knows how to do it and how to get teams over the line. I think he's gone for his 8th promotion, or 7th or 8th promotion. So, he's definitely well experienced at doing this, and I'm very lucky to have played under him, but also now be his assistant in helping him get over the line for the second time with this football club. So, we're very lucky to have the manager in what he's got, and he's got the experience that he can pass down to the players and reassure them that what we're doing is right, because he's been here before. And that helps when you're saying to somebody, we'll do this, we'll do this, we'll do this. It's very easy to say it from a point of view where you've done it before. Do this because I know it works, because we've done this before. I've been here numerous times, and if you do this, we'll get promoted. That's a lot easier to say when you've done it. And if you haven't done it, then players go, "Oh, I'm not sure about that," but they go, "Oh, actually, he's done that, 6 times before. I think I believe him." So it's very nice to have that the confidence in the manager to be able to believe that, and then go out and have that confidence to go and perform at your highest and at your best, knowing that you're doing the right thing.
Absolutely. And how has training been going this week in the build up to the Stockport game?
Yeah, very good, very bright, very bubbly. It's nice to have a free week for once, without having, constant, recover, prepare, game, recover, so it's been nice to have a Tuesday session where you can sort of, get a bit more detail and do a little bit more with the boys, rather than just worrying about the sort of physical output that they're going to expend. So it's been nice to have that, and it's been bright, bubbly, and the lads are looking forward to it. And there's a couple more sessions before we go, just to get a little bit more detail into them, just to reassure really and reconfirm the principles that we know that we have anyway. So it's been good. It's been good. So we've enjoyed it, and we're, like I say, looking forward to going up there Saturday and playing on Sunday morning, Sunday lunchtime.
I hope you can forgive me, Aaron, for going against one of those cliches of taking one game at a time now, because just touching upon the following Saturday, of course, it will be when some of our beloved Yellow Army will be returning to play more for the Barnet game. That's really something to look forward to after the Stockport game, of course, but it will give everybody a huge boost, not just the players, but also staff, everybody at the club. Oh,
yeah, massive. It's been such a long season for the supporters. It's been a long season for everyone, but such a long season for the supporters. And they've been superb in their own way, in being able to, get in touch with us. I mean, numerous times yourself have emailed over different messages of support, and that's been fantastic. But it'll be really great to see all the fans and the supporters come in on next weekend for the Barnet game. That's going to be fantastic, and I'm sure everybody's relishing it just as much as we are at the club, and we can't wait to welcome you all in, and hopefully we can put on a performance worthy of your support. So we really appreciate everything that everyone's been doing for us, outside of playing more and supporting us while you've been away, but we really can't wait to have everyone back. So like I say, very appreciative, but really looking forward to having a few songs being sung and everyone cheering, and hopefully a couple of goals.
Absolutely, couldn't have said that better myself. We really are looking forward to having you back at playing more Yellow Army. Well, Aaron, that just about wraps things up. Thank you very much for joining us. And of course, I speak for all of the Yellow Army when I say the very best of luck for Sunday and for the remainder of the season.
Thank you very much. Cheers, Dom, and thanks for having us, and keep up the good work, mate.
And we'll speak to you all again on Official TUFC very, very soon. But in the meantime, take care and keep safe.